Hello, my name is Lucille, and welcome to this Talent Lab presentation in which I'm going to present 5 seminars that I got the opportunity to attend during this year. Here are the webinars that I got to attend during this year. The first one is Idea Factory, held by Margot van den Bosse on the 9th of November of 2020 and a duration of an hour and a half. And the other one is I Am Remarkable, held by Benedict Mangani and Biram Fall on the 22nd of March of this year, 2021. And the duration of this webinar was an hour and a half. The third one is Communicate, Connect and Include, held by We Webinar, which was on the 8th of April of 2021. They had a duration of 2 hours and 45 minutes. The fourth one is From Anxiety to Well-Being, held by Warren Coalition, which was held on the 29th of April and had an hour and a half as a duration. And the last one is Africa Diaspora Effect on Entrepreneurs, held by YABS Network, and was held on the 30th of April of 2021 and had a duration of 2 hours. The first webinar that was compulsory to attend is Idea Factory. What is Idea Factory? Idea Factory is the place to be for Artevelde students who have an idea in terms of entrepreneurship and would like to get help and guidance in order to develop them. During this webinar, she talks about her life experiences and the outcomes from all what she has been through. The first time she went to Brazil when she was 17, she told us that we shouldn't have a high expectation when it comes to something because when she wanted to go to Brazil, she thought that she would live in the big city and do all the types of activities that are done in big cities, but she ended up living with a family at a farm. That's why she was very disappointed. So don't hold high expectations. The second time she went to Brazil was for a project, a company that she wanted to build with her partner back then, but it was more of his wish than her wish. At the end of the day, they broke up and she realized that she should focus more on what she wants and not what others want. Returning to Belgium, she landed a new job, really well paid, from there she got a company car. But the downside of this well-paid job is that she worked a lot, she overworked, and she almost didn't have a private life. She ended up quitting and started working at Artevelde as a coordinator, and then she realized that where she used to work, they opened a vacancy for 3 spots for her position she used to hold, meaning that what she had been doing was actually work for 3 people. So don't be afraid to talk about your boundaries at work. What I've learned from this webinar is that it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. Because when we want to achieve something, on our way we'll go through challenges, and it's through those challenges that we get to learn. The second thing is that you have to admit if you don't like something, because it's your life. If you end up doing something that you don't like, you won't be happy. So always do something that you like. Also listen to the alarms in your head. She gave us an example that, for example, in her relationship, it wasn't going well, but she just kept, she just stayed with the person just because they had been together for so long. So this can be applied to a business you own. If things are not going well, it's okay to admit it. It's okay to listen to the alarms and stop and try to find something new. Also, you should create your own goals or a bucket list, because we only live once and we might regret not doing the things we wanted to do when it's too late. Also, use your voice on controversial topics. She's a vegan advocate. So she dares to talk about what she thinks about this topic, and she does not care about what people think. So we should use our voices for this. The second webinar that I got to attend is called I'm Remarkable. It's an international movement created by Anne Weiner and Anne Zapesokini, with the goal to give underrepresented group the possibility to openly talk about their achievements inside and outside the workplace and breaking down standards of modesty and glass ceilings. The reason why I chose to attend this seminar was to help myself to learn about self-promotion, because one day I'll get into the work field, so I have to know how to promote myself in order to achieve my goals. Self-promotion, however, is seen as bragging. However, it is not the case. It has to do with talking about facts. When you achieve something, it's normal to want to talk about it. So it's stating fact instead of bragging. Besides, achievements don't speak for themselves. If you don't tell them, then how will people know? Or your boss, how will he know, or how will she know what you've achieved? Self-promotion is important because, for example, let's say you would like to get promoted. In order to get promoted, you have to sell yourself. So your boss has to know what you're up to and how bad you want this promotion. So it's important to promote yourself. However, in other cultures, self-promotion is not seen as a good thing, such as Japan. Success there is celebrated in a group and not individually. So we have to learn where and how to promote ourselves. There's also a language barrier. For example, someone who is working in an environment which the language is not their mother tongue, they might have troubles into promoting themselves or might not feel confident enough. But it's not about it's not about the mistakes you make. It's about the message, the content that you bring outside. So don't ever be scared to promote yourself. One of the things I was wondering about this seminar is how I could how I could promote myself without seen as someone who is bragging. So my question was answered, is that it's about how you promote yourself. You should be always polite, kind to the person, and not always talking about yourself. Obviously, you also have to listen. So those are the things that I've learned about self-promotion. I've also learned that we should always take jobs even though we don't have enough experience, because we get to learn on the field. And also, don't be scared to ask questions when you don't understand anything. This is linked to the language barrier. If you don't understand something, you should always ask. And having a diverse team always leads to growth, because there are different minds, different ideas from different cultures that will have more and more ideas that come to the table in order to achieve something.